Show.
Mom,
did you miss me? There's no business like show business like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing. Everything the traffic will allow.
oh yeah, that is the Paul Lynde Show, Michael Airington's version. Because that goes way back. And for those of you that don't know Paul Lynde, you got it. Well, either way, if you don't know him or you do know him, you got to see your show.
Right.
Because he was quite the character, and I'm glad to see that you're keeping his legend alive.
For the Gen Xers and the baby boomers.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing it for. But there's also the kids as well.
Absolutely.
You know, the kids that saw him on, I did the voice on Disney with The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Okay.
I played the mirror. I mean, London, wake up.
So everyone knows you from that.
The kids do, and then the Gen Xers and the baby boomers know him from the Hollywood Squares, Bye Bye Birdie, and Bewitched.
Yeah, absolutely. I for sure know Bewitched, and I really know Hollywood Squares because my dad was on Hollywood Squares. He made it 3 days.
Are you serious?
And he lost to the old, remember, there was a pitcher on the Dodgers named Tommy John.
Right.
The Tommy John surgery.
Right.
He lost his wife. But Paul Lynde was the center square.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and they got my dad on a trick question. It was like one of those, like, where are the Bermuda onions from? And they said Bermuda, and my dad disagreed because they thought it was a trick question.
Right.
And I'm sure it was Paul Lynde.
It was probably because he was on there for 13 years.
Yeah.
And he was the highest paid star on the show. He made more than Peter Marshall, who was the host.
Yep.
And, they shot it, the last couple of years, they shot it here in Vegas at the Riviera.
Oh, okay. That's some good history.
And in the show, we actually have some pictures and stills from when they shot at the Riviera.
What makes Paul Lynde so great?
It was just the story happened was about 10 years ago. I went and saw this guy do George Burns. Good night, Gracie.
Nice.
On Broadway. And I went, I could do that with Paul Lynde because he was one of the characters, one of the voices, because I do like 150 voices.
Okay.
And I decided that I was going to try this one-man show. And then I realized he was, when I started doing research, not only was he funny, he was the biggest star on television.
Yeah.
Like in 1976, he was more popular on television than like anybody. I mean, he was on TV more than, he did like 200 hours of prime time on television. I mean, he was on the cover of People magazine.
Look at that.
People magazine. Where's the camera? Here we go.
Here, channel your Uncle Arthur from...
Oh, Sammy, that's in the Belfry Pigs in a Poke. Let's do a show at Bally's before I choke. And I go, bling. We have all the Bewitched stuff. It's really funny. And Peter Marshall, who was the original host of the Hollywood Squares, came in and does all the voiceovers.
Oh, really?
So what we did was, this is the actual a program of the Paul Lynde Show. His show he traveled with in 1976.
Right.
That my show is based on. And I actually found this show on eBay in a trunk with the charts for a 16-piece orchestra. So I got permission from the family to completely change the show and turn it into a piece where he's not dead. He's just been gone for 35 years.
That would make sense.
What's Twitter? Stuff like that. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting to do the show and bring him back. And it's so many people that are over 45 go, you brought back my childhood.
Absolutely, for sure. I remember Paul Lynde very well, and my parents for sure.
Yeah.
So tell us about the show. Where is it? When's it going to be?
We are at Bally's. We actually open tomorrow, 2 weeks of previews.
Okay.
And we officially open big time April the 8th. But it's a 2 o'clock. We are the new matinee show.
Oh, good.
So it's a 2 o'clock show.
It's
an afternoon show. Okay. And who knows, sell enough tickets, they'll move it to another time period. But it covers everything from Bye Bye Birdie to Bewitched and Hollywood Squares, and it's just so much fun. You better show up.
All right, Michael.
You come for
I
me
will.
today.
I'll definitely show up.
We're doing a Bloody Mary brunch.
Oh, well, you sold me.
There you go.
Thanks, man. All right, back downstairs.
Bloody Mary brunch is speaking her language. But first, we got some business to attend to, right, Susan? We do. That's right, we're going to spin for charity with, of course, celebrity chef Susan Fettiger, still to come. Stay with us.